I can. Yes. Yeah, we just came live. Welcome. I almost said League of Legends. I was just playing League of Legends, so. I know. Just. I just started it. So I'm having issues other than yeah. Not on the Twitch. It's just All right. Let's see. Is there? Okay. Are you having any better luck than I am trying to find this game?
I had the control asset. Just type Netflix like really far down the list.
Oh, here it is. I found it. All right. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Green Sky. Thank you. I think people forget that having against 2 and 3. All right. Are you? I guess. Let's see. All right. One said ready. We're waiting on the other one. All right, guys. Welcome. We have Mythosite. I don't know if that's any better or easier to say than yeah. I guess. Let's see. Wow. Is now the name. Okay, we're not trying to butcher your name, man. And we have No Soup. We got Storm. We got Storm versus Blue Red. Well, he calls it Teamer Pyromancer. And he's not revealing his hand. Hold on.
So we got No Soup is on Storm. No Soup's one of our resident Storm players. That's all format is in Myth is not one I'm super familiar with, but they've brought Pyro to the board.
Hold on.
Pretty stock and get the hands revealed and all set up.
Nah, No Soup hasn't shown me his hand. I'm waiting on No Soup. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I guess we can now start talking about their hands a little bit. Looking on, I guess do you want to start on No Soup's hand?
Just gonna say Myth, it's easier.
Alright, so, oh, okay. Alright, and we're gonna start. Let's go Underground Sea and Duress, and I'm actually okay with his hand. His hand's got some really good cards in it. Other than maybe Wheel of Fortune's okay, but it's not right now. But it's like he has some really good cards. And looks like are we getting? Okay, so it looks like Duress did resolve, and it's gonna hit Force Will. So now looks like No Soup does now know his hand, and hit a draw. And looks like Strip Mine was the draw. I'm not sure if you want to Strip Mine right now, but he could, but he might want to set up right now.
I mean, he's got a Mox, he might as well. No, we can see that,
Yeah.
No Soup's only on one land, but
yeah. Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna see a preordain from Wawawia. I'm gonna say. I think I got it now. And see that he's gonna scry too. And I guess let's see how long he thinks. If he thinks long, I think he might have found something. But No Soup needs to find a land that's specifically maybe even red. But other than that, I think he just needs, like I said, he just needs to find our land and hope. And well, I guess that works as well as a land. So we're gonna see Lotus Petal. And so he's okay. Okay, it looks like we are starting our storm count. So our storm count is 2. And it looks like he's gonna cast Dark Red after casting Lotus Petal, storm count 2. And it looks like he has Tendrils in hand with Dark Petit. As many people don't know, I actually call Dark Petition Dark Petit. It sounds really weird. It looks like we got a Duress from No Soup. Let's see. He's gonna see that Strip Mine now, and that Ponder. I'm not sure what he's Hold. What is he waiting? I'm guessing that. Oh, okay. So I guess it does resolve. I was wondering if it just resolved or not, or what he was thinking. Obviously, we know that he doesn't have any way to stop it right now, but and it looks like he takes Ponder away. What do you think of that decision, actually?
I mean, it's the only thing. No.
Wait, hold on. It looks like we got a Wheel of Fortune happening. Ooh. Actually, let's talk about this play right here. Actually, specifically, what do you think of the I don't know why I said some country. What do you think of that Wheel of Fortune?
Um, tells me he's not ready to go off.
He also did find lands, but I hate to say he might have found more lands than he wanted to, though. And it looks like he's gonna get land. He's gonna fetch. He's gonna fetch a basic island. Okay.
Yep. So he's just gonna fizzle his commands and have to set up.
Yeah, and there you go. There's that preordain. Ooh, but he does have mental misstep, so we gotta watch that for every turn that goes by. That mental misstep could be really huge or really bad. Um,
Yeah, he literally just fed the pyro, and that treasure cruise is gonna be brutal down the line. He's double. He does not have a red source yet, though.
but he does. Are we talking about? Oh yeah. Oh wow! Look at that draw, and it looks like he's gonna draw that land he needed super badly. Um,
Yep.
he's got
He
8 cards. Ooh.
Yeah. So I'd see like fetch for red, play pyro, hold up mental misstep, and then just like shut off the enabler next turn for no soup and just kill the board and smash.
Oh yeah. And wait, Nissa went 3-0. I'm guessing that's. I'm guessing he's holding. He's putting Storm Count under his second counter. Oh wait, he's playing Wasteland.
No, the ew.
He looks like he's gonna waste on the underground seat. I'm not sure. I think I would have rather just made my board state look more impressive. Especially
I would have
just.
wanted the pressure in earlier because, like with any combo deck, you want pressure plus destruction, and this is just pure destruction. So with the mental misstep,
I mean, well, he did hold off of one island, so that means he's doing something with his mental misstep. Of course, No Soup doesn't know about the mental misstep, but it looks like this one's just going to resolve. I mean, it makes sense not to go after cards like Preordain, the small cards as they're considered in Vintage. Uh,
I mean, it's just like
but the longer that mental misstep stays in hand, though, it's going to become worse and worse as the game goes by. If you don't mind, I had to really quickly switch over to see the comments. Well, alright, that's not. Let's hold on. Give a second. Let's figure this out. Why is it not? What if I went to default? Say something?
Hello.
Alright, there you go. They fixed it. I don't know why it was acting really weird. I've been trying to finicky with that one. It's been really weird. Uh, awesome. Do you think they can hear him now?
I don't know, we'll test it. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Wave in the chat.
because I could see the desktop audio going off like crazy. Uh, okay, I guess we'll get back to play while we're waiting to see. I'm gonna really quickly dash over. Oh, that hand is being blocked. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me fix that. I'm just gonna remove this a little. I'm gonna move this up a little. We're just gonna remove it, I guess. That's the best way to look like this. Is gonna look like we're removing it. Let's remove this really quickly. Yes, remove overlay because
Cool.
it overlays too much. It's blocking the hands. Okay. Let's get back to the game really quickly. Looks like we got a. Looks like he treasure cruised, and he left Ponder and Preordain, and looks like nothing really happened last turn with Storm. Looks like I think he just played Preordain, correct?
Yep.
Wait, hold on. We have a. You drew one extra. Oh yeah, you did. Okay, so you drew one extra. All right. Let's see. Let's see what he does now. Drawing Black Lotus, Skeletons, Flusterstorm, and I'm guessing we missed a draw when he drew Volcanic Island in the same turn. Draw step. And
Yep.
looks like the 3 cards were Black Lotus, Flusterstorm. All right, they can hear you, by the way. Let's see. He's gonna play Black Lotus. Sorry, I'm a little slow in the commentary again. I don't know what's going on with me.
Oh, you're fine.
All right, so it looks like we got Volcanic being played. Okay, and it looks like he's just going to clean up. I'm a little interested by that. His hand looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'd probably just like second Pyro is a good choice. Grudge would be reasonable too, because the Lotus petals, you just crack them in response, although I guess it forces them to use them.
I think that's the best way out. And it looks like we're going to see a Ponder from Notice. Let's see if it resolves. I'm telling you, though, if that mental misstep is going to start getting worse, but I think he's holding it because I think he does have a tell. He might know that there's a Dark Writ in his hand, but I don't think he knows, really. I mean, from our standpoint, it looks like the mental misstep is looking great right now because that Dark Writ is a hurt.
Yeah, I just choke him on mana at this. I don't
But
know. It's just like I understand the disruption, but I want him to at least get the Pyromancer and play and get some kind of pressure going, because otherwise he's just sitting here countering all the spells that Nosu plays, and he's not really doing anything to kill him.
yeah.
Which is part of the point of having Pyromancer, is you play it to make your spells better. And so if it's just sitting there in hand, it's not doing anything.
Yeah. I wonder why he hasn't played a Pyromancer or even threw the Pyromancer. I think I would have thrown away my Ancient Grudge. I don't think that's the best card in the deck in hand right now. When he went to discard, I don't think that was the best play.
Yeah, probably. There's also the just wanting to, like, not really needing to worry about having redundant Pyromancers, because when Storm goes off, it's just trying to straight kill you, and it's not going to worry about trying to clean up your board like the modern variant does.
Yeah.
But still wanting to at least get one in play a couple turns earlier than this.
And looks like he's going to fetch a snow-covered swamp. Actually, specifically snow-covered. I'm pretty sure there's no... I don't know if there's any big cards. I'm going to go look at those lists. There's any reason that he has a snow-covered?
Flats.
Sorry if I'm looking away from the game right quickly. I'm just checking if he had something like a snow-covered. If there's any reason.
No, it looks like it's just purely flex.
Yeah. Looks like it's just there. It looks like Nosuit drew Mox Emerald for the turn and plays Underground Sea and does nothing with Time Twister, Hercules Recall, and just wow. Actually, wow. He can man, the hurt could be real right now. That mental misstep is like a key card right now. And looks like he drew Lightning Bolt and he played Wood of Foothills. He's just going to combat. Okay, so it looks like he's just swinging 2. And it looks like it's going to be Nosu 15, Wawawiwa 20.
Yep. Well, I mean, Myth's life total really doesn't matter until Storm goes off, and then at that point it doesn't matter because he's dead.
Yeah.
So
right now he needs to find a card that would make it 10.
Well, that's a start.
Ugh, that's an ancestral recall you don't want to see right now. Storm's not known for their counter spells too highly. Like I said though before, Storm's not really known for its counter spells, but I think he's just looking just for more cards. I understand he wants to find more cards, but unless he makes his clock faster, I don't think he can beat Storm. Because with this now, of course, he doesn't know about this card, but Hercules Recall is right now the biggest card in his hand. And that could do so much damage right now.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's just a matter of
when, I guess.
he has the proper answers in hand. Because now that he's got his Pyromancer going, he's got a Bolt, he's got a couple counter spells. The Flusterstorm is good for when Storm actually goes off.
And
So it looks like at this point he's got Spell Pierce for the first to try and at least make him stumble on mana. Then the Flusterstorm is for when the actual Storm card hits, and then he's got Mental Misstep back up.
and it looks like he just played Brainstorm, and he drew out a lot of lands off it. But I mean, when you have that fetch, it's like a relief in the feeling. And he's got 2 fetches actually.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's fine. He doesn't have to do anything. He can just sit there and be pretty. And it looks like actually he's gonna fetch. I think this is a little aggressive. He doesn't really have any reason to fetch right
now. I can see it. It's just if you like it's part of it is like there's sequencing, but then there's also like your mental ability to track so many things. If you deal with the shuffle now, you don't forget to do it before your next draw step. So then there's also like the fact, I don't know if I like that mountain. Well, he's got a bloom. Never mind. He's fine.
Yeah. With the Black Lotus right now, that is super huge.
Yeah.
Because he can cast he can pretty much float 3 blue and do so much with it. Looks like he's gonna get a discard. And looks like Nosoup has nothing to do. Right now, it looks like we got a draw. What is that card? That is a Yawgmoth's Bargain.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't think that's right now the best card in your hand. And probably not the best draw to feel. Especially against a Pyromancer that you know you can't just tap out for that card right now. Explicitly right now. Because you have to have a fear that he might have a counterspell of some form. So this is a very fickle situation. Of course, he doesn't know, again, like I say this a lot, but he doesn't know that there's a bunch of counterspells ready for him. Just to get his spells get destroyed.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'd want to burn a Dark Crit to put it out either. So, like, while the Yawgmoth's Bargain would allow him to dig for what he needs, I don't know when he'll have an opportunity to play it in the near future.
I think it's just too expensive. Ooh, early Hercules Recall? No, sorry. Wait, that does only hit. Oh, my bad. I'm so bad. I don't know why. I just thought that was the right card. Alright, so actually, he's just only going to get rid of the Black Lotus. I'm wrong. That is not Echoing Truth. My brain, I can't think that was Echoing Truth in my brain. Alright, so it looks like casting Recall, and it's only going to target 1 card only.
So this is to try and choke him on counterspell mana. If it resolves, I can see him letting it resolve to get rid of the Black Lotus, then move to second main and try and go off if that's what he's planning to do.
That is indeed probably the way I would think he was looking at it. So Stormcount is at 1. I would next game 2 we need him to start putting out the Storm count token so it's more clear.
He's got it right under his name with his life total. So he's got the Nosoup 15, and then he's using the 1.
Well, yeah, but not many people will know that because you might think that's infect. Of course, knowing the matchup is Storm, it's a little bit different, and it looks like we got a Spell Pierce action. So
yeah, I can see burning this now. The later in the game it goes, especially with these 5 lands, it's not going to do that much. So it forces him to use his mana.
And it looks like he will use it. I mean,
make sure you don't forget your token.
Yeah. Looks like he's forgetting the token. If I recall, this is a must trigger, if I'm correct. Yes. So before he even pays, it's before he pays also. That's the main part. Is it's before he pays. So he must do it before. And looks like we have. And thank you for telling him to get that token. Looks like where Black Lotus is. He's gonna sack Black Lotus, and he's gonna float. I'm guessing float 3 blue.
Yep.
And looks like he's casting Spell Pierce again, and it looks like that Spell Pierce again. He needs to remember these tokens. Cab before when you cast the card.
So he's got 2 blue floating.
Man, I wish I could ping these things.
This is an interesting
Uh,
choice.
we might.
I guess.
We gotta wait on him. Remember his token. It's So what happens is he needs to make token before when he's casting it because it happens before, and that is very. There's a reason why that matters. Um, like remember for instance, echoing truth. So that's a usually interaction that you need that people forget that is you need to do it before because echoing truth is one of the very powerful cards that. What if he had what if he had 3 tokens and forgot the fourth? Then now he popped 3, and then now all of a sudden how does he have 1 token? It's kind of like that stuff. Um, Play wise. And it looks like no soup is going to second main. Did I lose?
Yep. So the blue flag goes away.
And looks like he's still in a second main. Would he is he tried anything? No. Looks like he has passed a
No.
turn. And it looks like
Yeah,
an
and then this
EOT bolt.
can end a turn. Bolt, get a token.
That's really huge. Puts him to 12. He's gonna have 5 tokens and then the 2/1. I mean, at this point, I think Storm is pretty much dead. I don't see a real big way out with how much counter magic that Wawawi has right now. And the
Yeah.
pressure of a young Pyromancer alone is just doing too much. I'm still want to argue with Wawawiwa and his deck name, calling it Teamer. I still do.
It's a blue deck with an Ancient Grudge and Nature's Claim splash on the sides. You know, I've been on both sides of the argument. It's ultimately just down to preference.
Two. He should actually be at 5.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that should be 5. Unless I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
Before they continue, I need to make sure they know he's at 5, not 4. That's a miscount number.
Yep.
I just tell them that he makes sure he's at 5. He should be at 5. We like to have correct light tolls, so.
So
I'm gonna let you have a little bit of the floor. You know, I've been talking a little bit more than I should.
no, you're fine. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I don't play a ton of Storm, and I mean, like looking at this, he's got the Yawgmoth's Barbie next turn. He's got 4 draws with it, and that eats up pretty much. Oh, that's a force. That's gross. That eats up most of his mana.
And looks, yeah, you're right. He did get a force, and this next turn, I think he's gonna die if he. Oh, and there's that
That's
ancient grudge
kind
we were
of
talking about.
aggression.
But there's that ancient grudge we were talking about, and it looks like it might come in clutch actually, because his
Yeah,
hand
but I
is.
mean, he could have flashed it back if he'd been earlier. Still
Yeah.
had the blue open.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
I do agree with that. Oh.
It's kind of moot at this point. Have to have like some nut draws.
I wonder if he just goes mental misstep. I think he wanted to just play mental misstep instead of force because force is just better in a different situation, and mental misstep doesn't have that many targets left.
Yeah.
And it keeps his force safe. I mean, Storm has to go off right now, or he just loses. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's like the best he's got. To just go for it.
And it looks like he's going to stack spells. He's going to cast Ancestral Recall. Wait, he could literally. Can he? He can't win even with if this gets countered by a Flusterstorm or a Force of Will.
Yeah. At this point, he's just banking on his Flusterstorm to hold off whatever's coming next.
And it looks like we're just gonna see strong count 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. But I mean, he's dying next turn
Second turn.
regardless of how he looks if he wants it. And looks like he's gonna cast. He should be casting Dart right now. And he is. He's going to cast Dark Red. Storm count 4. I mean, at this point, I think he's shut down once he hits that Fluster Storm or that Force of Will.
Yeah, so at this point, the question is, do you want to just preemptively kill the Dark Ritual and hope that's enough, or do you want to wait, see if he can go off, and then try and fluster something important later?
The card I think he needs to really counter and really look at is think about Time Twister and Wheel of Fortune. Those 2 cards. Of course, he can't cast Wheel of Fortune now with him tapping his Badlands. Or has he played Land for turn? I don't think he has. Okay. So this is a little bit issue with when I played Storm as well. It's a very long turn, and you could forget to put your land drops. It's one of the problems playing Storm.
Alright, so start of turn,
Play
untapped.
Tarn passes. Then he passed somewhere.
Yeah, he still has a land drop left for this.
Yes, and looks like he's going to cast. Wait, okay. So I'm guessing he let Dark resolve.
Yes, he did. So the Dark Ritual resolved, the Vampiric Tutor has resolved.
If the tutor has resolved, that he should be at 3 if this happens. Wait, he should be at 3.
No, because of
Wait, did he tutor?
well, he tutored, but
Eh.
mental misstepped the what was it? He mental misstepped the duress. So you had duress, mental misstep, dark writ, ancestral.
But he hasn't cast anything, and there you go. There's a flush. I guess we'll just go to the end of this. I think that's Fluster Storm. And that's gonna be that should be game 2 now. And okay, I'm gonna go to the list now. Let's look at sideboard here. If you want to pull up a storm list right here, we got. Do you want to start us off with the sideboard?
So I don't know. With the storm sideboard, you're probably gonna want the empty, the and maybe. But other than that, there's not really a ton of what's it? I'm reading Chain of Vapor right now. Not seeing this card.
Alright, so what it does is return target non-land permanent, and your opponent can sack, and then it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And it will stop whenever you stop sacking lands. Whoever stops sacking lands first is the one. It's like playing chicken. I'm gonna butt in a little bit here, but I would right now I would take Empire Blast. I don't mind Chain of Vapor. It's not the best card here. This is rough having 3 more Hurkyl's Recall that don't do anything. Especially in this matchup where they're playing more creature dependent than artifact dependent. Chain of Vapor is fine. It's decent. It's okay. Whatever you want to say about it, it is a good card, but it is just not in this matchup where you're going to have your opponent's going to make a bunch of tokens and it doesn't matter. But I would definitely see Pyroboss coming in at most. And of course, Empty, as you said. The Empty the Warrants is huge as well. He doesn't. This is the version. Oh my god, I forgot. I remember I told you guys it was TES. I forgot. This is vintage. It was a little different.
Yeah, this one doesn't look like it's graveyard dependent to me. So, like, for the blue-red deck, the Pyro, the Grafdigger's Cage doesn't look like it does much. The ley lines don't look like they do that much.
I definitely. I mean, I guess we're gonna go back off it. I think I like Pyroblast. I'm okay. So with Graveyard Hate, let's make sure they're not in the game yet. With Graveyard Hate, it's a little fickle with Storm. Even in Modern Storm, they can go off, and they can also have Hurkyl's Recall. So depending on how the Storm, if he keeps his 1 Hurkyl's Recall in, and that's where the situation begins. I I probably would definitely bring the Fire Blast. I'd probably take out one of the Ancient Grudges, and then I probably at least bring in one Grafter's Cage. It's not too bad to have one in, and just cut both Ancient Grudges because they're not gonna help you the most.
Yeah, it looks like they've finished sideboarding, and No Soup has opened with a fetch. Fetch, dress. Oh, it looks like we're going to get to see the hand. There we go.
We got one hand. Okay, there you go. And looks like the hands are one lander. This is another thing about Storm that I will butt in a little bit because I played Modern Storm. I'm familiar with the decks on Stormwise, but hands of one. Now, Vintage and Legacy are a little bit different. You got that little moment of, oh, it's so good. But you have to remember, one-landers are still they're still one-lander. If this hand looks like he wants to go off early, though. And then in, Temur Pyromancer, it looks like he took Flusterstorm, and looks like we got Island Ponder. And he could have Mental Misstep to protect his hand. I'm not sure why he didn't, actually. Oh yeah, well, he doesn't know about the Mental Misstep. Did he draw that for turn? He must have. And it looks like, ooh, there you go. There's that card I was talking about, Pyroblast. Wow, actually, now that I look about his deck, with No Soup's deck, I don't think actually that card's as good as I thought it was. What does he counter with Pyroblast? Counters Brainstorm. He counters Preordain. There's not that many cards. I just can't think of that many cards that Pyroblast. I think Pyroblast actually maybe not as good as I thought it was. But
I mean, it's probably good against the what's it? It's good against the Chain of Vapor if that comes into play. It's good against the Preordained Ponder. I'd see it more against like a Time Twister or a Time Walk.
Yeah, and we just had a Mental Misstep on the first 3 Dark Rituals. And looks like we have a Misty Run Force coming to play. I guess another reason to aggressively fetch is through this card, Treasure Cruise. The Delph mechanic is such a broken mechanic on its own.
Yeah.
And it's a draw. I mean, there's a reason why this card is banned in pretty much a good bit of formats. Wasn't it banned in Standard? I'm pretty sure of that now.
I think, yeah, because Dig got banned first, then Treasure Cruise.
Alright.
And then they were legal, and I think Dig just went straight on the modern ban list, and then Treasure Cruise was legal for a while, and then it got banned.
Alright. I'm not really too sure about that set. It's better to ask.
Google knows better.
And looks like Brainstorm wasn't the greatest Brainstorm I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Interesting. He kept the Volcangon instead he kept. So why would he not keep the Volcanic? Not keep the Volcanic, but keep the Tropical Island, and then just put the 2 ones that you can fetch in. That's a little interesting. That might come back to haunt him a little bit.
I think the fetches are more powerful because of all the Brainstorms and Ponders. But
well, I mean, no, he found a Tropical Island and a Volcanic Island, but he didn't put them both back in the deck, which I'm guessing there has to be a reason. And we are going to see a Force. Ooh, and he's going to get rid of his Treasure Cruise.
yeah, that seems reasonable. That's more like a late game card, and at this point, you're just trying to make Storm stumble and die.
And it looks like he's just going to cast a last Dark Ritual, but he won't be able to cast really that much. He gets Tutor. He's down. He's probably looking for Yawgmoth's Will at this point. That's right now the key card. He should have at least one, because vintage is very. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they pick one, but well, I guess I understand why, but it's pretty strong. And he should be looking for that. That's what he should be looking for. Now, I could be wrong.
Well, but if he does that, yeah. See, the Black Lotus lets him convert the black mana into red, and then he can just
6.
dump empty.
Oh, he's gonna dump empty for
Whereas if he went
7.
to the Yawgmoth's Will, he'd just be tapped out.
Oh no, he couldn't cast. My bad. He couldn't even cast Yawgmoth's Will. My bad. And I'm pretty sure he's just gonna cast Empty the Warrens for 7. For 7 Storm
Yep.
count. And have. Whew. That's a lot of goblins. That's a 14. I think we're about to hit. Either this is gonna be game 3, or Wawawiwa has got some crazy answer, and I'm pretty sure I didn't see any crazy answers. And we're gonna see cast for 7. This has to be the roughest. I don't think a team or Power Master deck has. Oh, and it looks like we are gonna get the GGs from Wawawiwa. Oh my god, he grabbed apes.
Storm apes. Yeah.
No, that's cute. And looks like we're gonna be going to game 3. I think that was way more decided about the one card empty warrants you were talking about.
Yep.
I think we talked a little bit about it before the stream went live, but it's a very powerful card. Even though it may not be the best card that Storm wants, obviously, if you can Tendrils your opponent at this point, you're gonna win, unless you just stumble. But Warrens isn't the worst card that you can hit. I'll say it that way.
Well, and there's also probably a little bit came into the play versus draw.
Okay, so
Start with the play just gets to go ham sometimes, and being able to get rid of that Fluster Storm early was also.
All right, then we're gonna get on to game 3. I didn't think he might actually side out this Pyro Boss. I'm not sure how much he really wanted them. I just thought about how many targets he would have. They're good. Chain of Vapor again, as you were stating, Chain of Vapor is one of the cards that he might want to go for. I'm pretty sure No Soup definitely probably had to sideboard that out. Like I said before, it's no Echoing Truth. It's not gonna beat the board state of its tokens.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard to say. It looks like I actually sideboarded 3 more cards in. Right now, I wonder what he's sideboarding now. What would he have sideboarding out though?
Probably just didn't like the Pyroblast or something, because there's only so many cards he has to bring in and take out, and he might just be like, well, let's bring in these dead cards because they're at least a little better than these ones.
And well, he sided 3 in. I'm wondering he had sided in the Graph Digger's Cage, like I said before. I want to see before. I guess I'm the only one who keeps saying this. You and me are trying to get them to open their hands every time.
Wait. There we
go.
There
we go. Right, there's one.
Are
we gonna?
Well,
he's revealing to everyone else but me. This is the best part. Okay, there you go. Oh, he did get the Power Blast actually. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, oh gosh, this Storm Hand is. It is something.
It's mighty spicy, if I say so myself. There's a key card that comes up a lot. It's called Lion's Eye Diamond. This card is super good.
Yeah. There's a reason that, Legacy Storm is LED, or at least one of the Legacy variants.
Yeah. In Vintage, you get so much more, though. I mean, you got all the free mock. You have all the power 9 to hold.
Gosh.
That's probably the best part.
He has so much mana.
Oh, yeah. He has so much mana, but he has Dark Protect, so, I mean, he has something to work with.
And he's probably going to start with duress.
No.
Oh.
Wow. Starts off Dark Rid right off the bat, and that's going to get Spell Pierced right away.
Yep. Punished for not playing his Moxes earlier.
Or at least testing the Moxes is probably the best idea. I don't really, I just don't agree with what he did. Now, what was the point of what you just did now? You just wasted your whole turn. Now you've just wasted your Storm Count, which is one of the issues.
Oh, this next turn is going to be gross, because Myth can fetch for a green source, a red, green, and then he can...
Well, no, here he has a red source. He has a volcanic on his hand.
No, but like he needs a green source for the flashback for Ancient Grudge, but he can grudge the Soul Ring or one of the Moxes, then he'll have mana to flashback.
Oh,
this is
I don't
so awful.
I keep forgetting this is not 3 mana. Why does my brain think 3 mana? I don't know why. But yeah, this is horrible because that's probably gonna target Yep. That makes sense.
Bye, friend.
And then he flashes it back, gets Soul Ring, because Soul Ring is the most mana producing item.
I mean, I think he can afford to wait for a little bit. Probably do it end of turn if there's nothing that he wants to fluster for.
Oh, remember how we were talking? Oh,
yeah.
Now this is rough. So what do you choose? You have Flusterstorm, Pyroblast, Force of Will, and you don't. And of course, now we know Nosepad has just drawn Time Walk. Do you just Force of Will here and try to protect your hand that way, and then? Oh wait, what?
Yeah. So there's the green source.
Green bugs. Jesus, I'm getting attacked by freaking bugs. So is it better just to? Oh.
Yep.
There you
Bye,
go.
friend.
That was smart. That was.
I mean, he still gets the mana, so like, it's a bit of sequencing on his part.
Yeah. I would.
Now he just takes the Flusterstorm. Oh.
Well, it makes sense to take Force. Right now, he can only cast Force Will, which is the only way out.
Yeah, but if he takes the Flusterstorm instead, then you've got a dead Force in hand, and then you've got a Flusterstorm in the graveyard that you don't have to worry about, and an uncastable Pyroblast.
Yeah. And it looks like we're gonna see a Time Walk.
Yep.
And I think we're pretty sure we're about to see his next turn. He's gonna draw. Oh man, that's not what you want to see. But I mean, he can't cast Dark Pit yet. He's so close. That Soul Ring right now is hurting. Ooh. Now,
that's a reasonable card.
I'm not agreeing with how he tap. It doesn't really matter. I think either way you tap it matters. Again, that Soul Ring not being there hurts.
Yeah.
Right now, that Flusterstorm is like the prime killer to killing that card. Oh no, he just drew Treasure Cruise. But the issue is but here's an issue. How is he gonna cast Treasure Cruise so easily? He can't right now. Unless wait, is he just topping up for it? No. Okay.
No, he can't because like the Ancient Grudge was already exiled.
I think he forgot to do it at some point.
Yeah, that's fine. I've done that before. You just automatically discard it out of habit. So he's got to wait a couple turns, but this Flusterstorm is just gonna.
Man, these cards are coming hot. It's spicy, man. I'm telling you. Oh my god! And now he can come in with Force Will at any point now. That's so massive.
Yep.
And then have Pyroblast backup as well on top of it. That's just nuts.
Well, having the and like if he loses his.
Oh my god.
He'd have to either crack his LED or he'd have to go get a cast this wheel.
Yeah.
He'd probably fetch if he was going to, but
yeah. He's just not. He's gonna hold the wheel for. Oh my god. You can't call for a better card to come into your hand right now other than that card. Especially against Pyroblast. That's a dream killer. Where you kill dreams, that's how you kill dreams right there. I think we have an life situation. Okay, there. Necroponents is the card that he drew. Wow, wow, actually, it's not the worst card in the world he could have drawn, actually.
Yeah, that'll let him gas up, so he can play the Necropotence, and then actually, no, yeah,
Yes.
that's triple black. He needs.
Now he has to be careful how he necropunces though, because he could just straight up lose his if he's going through with Lion's Eye Diamond. He has to remember what happens. So I think what is he?
Wheel time.
Oh, here comes Wheel. It's the wheelhouse,
Yeah.
I tell you.
I would probably be
I think he has a Snap Force right now.
misstepping that.
Snap Force, cut your Flusterstorm, because I think I want to keep Treasure Cruise. That's just so massive right now. Well, actually, will he have enough time to get Treasure Cruise out? It's such a weird play
Well,
because you don't see
if
it
he
too often.
missteps this one, and then because there's only one red source, the LED would have to go in order to cast the Pirate Blast to counter it.
Yeah.
So the mental misstep is free, and then even if the mental misstep gets dealt with, he can still snap mental misstep.
Yeah, he has like so many targets to work with. Well, actually, no, he can't. Yeah, you're right. He just can't even. So it looks like we're gonna see Snap Force.
Snap Force, yeah.
Force
And
away.
Snap Force is probably going to get rid of the Treasure Cruise because his graveyard isn't stocked enough to cast it.
I guess that's. It looks like he just might have the beatdowns faster, anyways. And that's gonna be a token too, as well.
That works.
He targets Spell Pierce. I mean, that's pretty good because you're forcing Lion's Eye Diamond to be a thing.
Yeah.
And then he has to give up his card, and then it still makes Treasure Cruise really good. Tapping out those kind of. Oh, there we go. He's tapping out for it. Now, of course, he is safe to get the wheel. He's gonna get wheel off right away. And with one
misstep. Oh, wow.
Remember, he can't cast Misstep. That's not a one drop. It's a Wheel of Fortune.
Oh gosh, that's awful.
Yeah. So Misstep is not like I said before. Misstep gets really weird.
Place the card. Yay!
Oh my lord.
I think that was a good draw.
He drew so many Dark Fadeds. How do you draw that many? I've seen so many hands in Magic. Watching VOD reviews and stuff, VODs, on the games, and it's not too common to see a 3-hand of the same Planeswalker, and I mean, me and my friends have a little thing that we do, and we love messing with his name. We call him Dab Faden, and this just is looking like Force is Dak Faden. You have Mental Misstep backup. There's the Ogman's Will. Remember we were talking about Ogman's Will. And Cabal Ritual here in hand. Ancestor Recall. Looks like he drew the better end of his deck, though. I'll give him that. So he drew Cabal Ritual, Tarn Pearl, Will, Guide, Delta, and Recall. These hands are both really good, actually. Did I lose you? Yo, Green Sky. Okay,
yeah. I'm here. I'm looking.
Let's make
He's
sure
gonna have to get this Yawgmoth's Will to resolve.
He also needs to get Spell Pierce and Exile. Man, if he finds another snap, that Treasure Cruise is looking mighty tasty now. Oh, there it is. There's that mental misstep I was talking about. It's about to hit him. It's about to hit him with the mental misstep.
Hi, friend.
And that should, I mean, So Yeah, there's no way he can actually, unless he was he Cabal Ritual, fetch, gets, because he can do Cabal Ritual. But I mean, of course, we know having Dab Fade in plus Force is pretty huge.
Yep. So I would probably let this resolve and then
Take the key
just
card.
force.
Okay, and we
Yeah,
are at
but
Storm
there's
6
the
as well.
possibility that there's um, a ritual mana source Yawgmoth's Will, and then he just goes off.
Well, he just
So
played.
I would,
Oh yeah, I guess it was Semi Spirit Guide, but as I say, he also played his Land for Turn already.
yeah. So like, because I know about the guide and like he should be at least wary of it. He should be at this point he should be countering the payoffs and not the rituals.
Yeah, especially he already countered one. Didn't he counter? Was a Ritual already or Ancestral Recall? He countered Ancestral Recall, so he knows his opponent's down on
He
cards.
he hit a dark ritual earlier too, so like there's still 3 in the deck.
And he's gonna let it resolve actually. And we're gonna see Yawgmoth's Will, but we already know that Force of Will is gonna just hit straight in the face. He's gonna exile
That
Dab
should
Fade in.
probably be game.
It should be. I mean, this is just looking bleak for the Storm player now. I mean, once Yawgmoth's Will's in the graveyard, there's no way to get it out of the graveyard, if I recall. Because they don't play Passive Flames. I know in Vintage they don't play Passive Flames. It's not a common card to see. Looks
Yeah,
like.
and then like with this Ancient Grudge in hand, he can just like take out 2 more mana sources and have
Yeah.
2 more tokens to boot.
And
That's
2, 4, 5,
pretty
6, 7,
good.
and plays. So he's gonna play Mox Ruby. Another thing he could do is actually. No, he can do it. Never mind. He can actually do that. So he's gonna go. He's gonna.
Yeah, he's just gonna
Ancient
kill the
Grudge.
mana. Seem reasonable. Bye, friend.
There's not really much. I mean, from what we see 2 Dab Fadens. They're not really helping. I mean, they're cheerleaders. They're like, yeah, get him. And we're gonna see Ancient Grudge go to the exile again, heading the other
Yep.
Mox. And I think this should be game, unless he draws something incredible right now that would just win the game. I'm pretty sure this is gonna look like GG while we are taking it. Yeah, that's
Yep.
GG. There you go. Wawawi is gonna take this game. It's gonna be 2-1. Team of Pyromancer taking the victory over Storm. And that is a very, very unlucky draw. An unlucky, actually, just an unlucky Wheel of Fortune. That Wheel of Fortune couldn't have been worse. I mean,
Yeah. As a big fan of the blue-red deck across formats, I'm very happy to see how that went down.
I think pretty much. I think that's what we kind of expected the game to go like, though. Blue red, trying to grind out, win through counter war, and then
Yeah.
Storm, just go off, just try to win on your turn.
Yeah, and not being able to flash back yourself seems really painful.
Oh yeah. And unfortunately, in Vintage, it's one of the worst feelings because in Vintage you don't play Passive Flames. It's one of the very few cards you just exclude because it's 4 mana. It's not as powerful. Yagma's Will is pretty much the better version of Passive Flames without flashback, of course. Honestly, if we had flashback on Yagma's Will, we might as well say that was ridiculous. But GG to him. That was a really good game. It was very well played out. Game 2, I'm unsure how he won that, but that was awesome. I haven't seen Storm players eke out how he won. It's how he won it in Vintage, because Vintage, as we all know, is the vintage is no, sorry, not Vintage. Is the format of turn 0 win. You just win on the spot. It's one of the formats. And the C grind deck, put it to work out, shows it's not just a fast format. There are ways to not be fast.
Yep, just counter all the broken stuff. Force of Will is quite the card for keeping combo and fast decks in check.
I don't know if we didn't have that card. I don't think we could ever be that good. Without it, it just feels like if we didn't have that card, honestly, not getting printed would be one of the worst feelings in the world. Force Will was one of those cards. I felt like it was a card to be printed and had to be printed because they knew of the premonition of Storm decks. Because as Wizards love to do, they love to mess with Storm and all their weird weird abilities like Dredge and stuff like that. So, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you later. Hopefully, I do more streams with you guys. This is Magic Disaster checking.